the first country in the world to ban the importation of internal combustion engine cars. So this is new news, and I guess it's not who you would expect. It's Ethiopia of all countries.
Actually,
And
doesn't surprise me, but I'll explain why in a minute.
okay, Ethiopia spent 6 billion to import fossil fuels last year, more than half of that spending going to fuel vehicles. And in response, they've announced that automobiles cannot enter Ethiopia unless they are electric going forward. So, whereas we have a lot of countries that are looking to do this, there's a couple of countries for 2030, quite a few for 2035, a few more for 2040. Ethiopia is doing it now. Now, this is quite interesting because in the 2035, pretty much the whole western US seaboard, Canada, Japan, Singapore, India, New Zealand, a lot of these have rules going on, but it may be a while before some of them take effect. Like the India one takes place in 2040 or 16 years from now. I forget what year we're in. But Ethiopia is trying to ban them now.
That surprises me. I had not seen that yet until you brought it to my attention.
And this was new news today. So the Ethiopian Minister for Transport and Logistics announced the completion of the nation's logistics master plan Monday. Details were scarce, but he has announced that a decision has been made: automobiles that cannot enter Ethiopia unless they're electric. And here's a map of the current phase outs. I'm really curious how many gas powered cars or EVs are running up here in these islands. Those are very sparsely habitated, if anybody actually lives there on a regular basis at all.
Yeah, northern Canada, the Baffin Islands. Yeah.
Well, this is Norway up here,
Oh, you're talking
but
Norway. Okay, all right.
yeah, if you can see my cursor moving around there on the screen. But that's 2025. That's only Norway's the first country, well, after this Ethiopia deal.
Yeah, well, Norway just recently, over 96% of their new car sales are now electric.
Well, and you look here, we've got in 2030, you have Iceland, Sweden, I believe that's the Netherlands. We have what looks to be maybe Macedonia and Albania. I'm not sure. That may be Greece. The purple is 2035. Gets a lot bigger, of course, when you add Canada. Canada's the second biggest country in the world. It starts taking up a lot of space. Now, what it fails to do when it shows Europe, it shows Denmark, but for some reason the map missed it because this big old island here called Greenland is part of Denmark.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, how many cars are running around Greenland?
Well, it's interesting to see. But anyways, and then in 2040, we have a few other countries: Egypt, Turkey, another parcel up here in Europe. This looks like Morocco over here, I
Yeah.
think. Then we've got, looks like maybe Laos.
Come on, David, Cambodia.
We got Hong Kong, some little island out here,
That's Taiwan, man.
New Zealand. It's interesting just kind of to see where some of that goes.
Well, on the Ethiopian one, like I said, I'm not surprised because Ethiopia is one of the first countries I'm aware of in the world that is intending. I don't know if they've implemented it yet or not. That is intending to use cryptology, blockchain technology to create identity certification type, passports and personal IDs and things like that using blockchain technology. That's pretty cutting edge.
Well, there are some other reasons for this too. So the country's had an inability to afford to continue importing gas and diesel too. So they've had some issues with the nation's inability to access favorable foreign exchange resources, which I find that interesting. There's a comment here from somebody from Ethiopia saying the main reason for this is the fact that it's currently struggling with a severe foreign exchange shortage, affecting its ability to import oil and other commodities. Lack of foreign currency has also led to a significant push towards enhancing its agricultural productivity and boosting its local production of light manufactured goods. I imagine the drive towards going 100% electric is also largely motivated by this, but not entirely. Now, they are an extremely green energy country for their electric grid. So 97% of its energy comes from renewables.
Oh,
So they're one of the highest countries from that. And they're about to inaugurate a 6,500 megawatt hydroelectric plant, which will be the largest in Africa. So this shift that there is going to be easy for them to provide power for EVs. Hopefully they can keep up as they modernize their own grid and provide electricity to people to have that. They do admit they really don't have the charging infrastructure, so there's going to be some challenges. Yeah, so this is kind of an interesting argument. I never really thought about that. In a lot of parts of the world in Central and South America, the DC charging infrastructure for sure isn't there. That'd be fast chargers. But there are parts of the region where access to gasoline is unreliable. But they have power. So they have power, but they don't have gasoline. And so even if they were just doing level 1 charging, it's going to be more dependable.
Hi, I'm David with EV World News. If you like this video, then please press the like button. If you like the content and would like to see more videos on electric vehicles, then please hit the subscribe button. If you have some feedback for us, please let us know in the comments. Have a great day.